The Bowie has been surface ground again. It's been hand sanded just to clean it up a little bit, get it nice and flat. The profile's totally ground in now. I've threaded the tang to take an M6 bolt to fix the whole handle on. I'm going to do a partial grind on the bevels and the swedge. Then I'm going to put him into heat treating. I have got it clayed up, and this isn't really for Hamon. All I simply want to do is to have the spine softer than the cutting edge. I am just into heat treating now. I'm going to give this steel a 15-minute soak. It's been holding at that now for a good 5-10 minutes. We need another 5 minutes. My oil is prepped, a quench oil. Bottom temperature 42.5, which is absolutely perfect. And I'm going into an industrial oil which is equivalent to a Parks 50 fast quench oil. I'm going to do a very quick Rockwell test on this now, just to check it, and then I will put it into the tempering oven. Yeah, that looks quite good, that. I think we'll in now. We have about 65 there. Okay, so I've tempered 3 times. And I'm down to 59.5 Rockwell, and I've also done another regrind after the first 2 tempers, so I have my profile where I want it. And I'm going to undertake now one of the least favourite knife making chores, which is hand sanding. I've taken it down to, I think it was around 400 grit on the grinder. I'm never going to get a perfect finish on this because it has a slightly convex grind, which I will just show you now. You can probably see that. So I'm starting out with 120 grit, and I use a strip of metal perfectly flat and square to support my paper, because I want to, if you use something soft and spongy, it'll kind of round everything over, and I want to try and keep the lines as clean as I can. Use some WD for the lubricant. I will probably do just a full video on hand sanding on this as well, running alongside this video for anyone who wants to get some tips on hand sanding. So 120 grit. Now into 320 paper territory. And then to the 1000. Finally. So there we are. Both sides done to 1000. And I will, as I say, cut them back to 600. I've still got the spine to do. But that is it. Right guys, I'm just going to finish off the swedges, clean up the back, then I'm ready for bolster making, the handle and the pommel. So you guys can see this hopefully. I'll zoom into it in the editor so you can get a better view. But if the heat treating on that wasn't correct, then that steel would not spring back into place, and it would either form a little set on the edge or it would chip out. So we're good. So I've almost finished the front guard, which I've made from steel. That's a good fit up, and I've used some antler, and I've kind of had to retexture this antler to get it to look like antler, because I had to shave a lot off it and it was pure white. Well, it wasn't pure white, it was just smooth, flat, smooth finish, which I didn't really quite like as much. So I've retextured it by using the rotary tool with little burrs in them, cut some grooves and slashes and re-dyed it again to kind of look like antler. That fits on there. I've had to take a lot of the centre of this antler out because it was really soft and sort of resiny. So what I intend to do is fill that with epoxy. I'll put a resist on the steel so the epoxy doesn't stick to it. Then I will place that on there and I will fill it with epoxy and then take it off, so that just so that the handle's a nice tight fit on there. And I'm just on at the moment with the pommel, which is another piece of steel which sits kind of just on there all the way around, and it will have an M6 bolt going through the back to clamp everything together. What I need to do next, I'm going to put some brass spacers in here. I'm going to put one there and one at the back, and I've got my piece of brass sheet in here which I'm just about to cut up, so I'll get on with that, guys, and I'll come back. Finished. I've maybe not been filming as much of this as I should have been. I've just been trying to crack on with it and get it finished, but I hope you like it. It's now finished. I've got my marker etched in. The gum glue bolsters, I really like them. They look proper good, and the little brass spacers in there as well. I've got me fixing screw in the back. That was actually a bolt which I've kind of shaped, cut through it on the bandsaw to form the slot, and then gum glued that as well, and she's done. And I'm just going to make the sheath for this today, and get this off to Steve. It's sharp. It's very sharp. Very sharp. And the most amazing thing is, I have not cut my hands on this once. The last Bowie knife I did, I just ripped myself to pieces on it. Yeah, so he's gonna be chuffed with that. Someone did say to me that I should have taken the grind higher up, or maybe that was on another video, I can't remember. I virtually have taken the grind to the top. It's just shy of the top. But what I have also done on this, it has got a convex edge going in, a very slight convex, and I don't know if you can see it, because I believe Steve is actually going to use this knife. Yeah, you can maybe just see it there glinting. You see, guys? Just a slight convex in there. So it just means the edge is tougher, because, you know, and it's got a micro bevel on it as well, which further takes it in. So it's got a lovely lock up there as well on that bolster. Right, thanks for watching, fellas.